So hi there, my name's Kate, and the guy riding in front is the husband Nigel. And we ride hardtail electric mountain bikes. Brilliant fun. Today's ride is in the Coniston Little Langdale region, roughly about 14 miles, although I'll update once we get to the end of the ride today. So parked up on Coniston car park. We've got toilets here and a tourist information. I'll just swing around and show you. Right, so out of Coniston, we're turning to the right. Thank you. And we're going to take the cycle footpath route. It keeps us off the road and goes alongside the edge of the road itself. It's going to bomb along here. These off-road routes are just perfect, especially at a time like this. As I say, it's the Jubilee weekend. This is the 1st of June. There's a fly. Serves me right for trying to talk and ride. Anyhow, keeps us safe. The roads are going to be busy, so I'm quite pleased we've got quite a nice off-road route planned. This route is going to take us around to the left using a bridleway, crossing the A593 onto the other side of the road where there's another bridleway. We're going to head up to Tibberthwaite towards Little Langdale, and then come back on ourselves through to Elterwater, Skelworth Bridge, and back via Country Lane to Tarn Hows and back to Coniston. The junction on the right there goes down the backside of Coniston on the road. So, just here we have a left turn going through the farmyard. Up we go, Nige. And we hit our first bridleway. Now we're on a nice gravel come mud bridleway at the moment. Nice and interesting. We're not those crazy mountain bikers. We like to take things nice and steady, make sure that we keep safe, but we do like being off-road as much as possible. Yeah, I think I will get too close to the husband's back wheels, purely because he'll splash out some mud at me. One or two interesting little rock areas on this bridleway, but we ride these Cube electric hardtail bikes, and they've got the Bosch Performance CX motor in them. Very powerful, just what you need in the Lake District. Just have to be a bit careful. There's been quite a bit of rain the last few days and just makes some of this stuff a bit slippy. And I have no desire to fall. none whatsoever. So this cuts us across to the A593, and we just go straight across the road through a hole in the wall, especially cut out a hole in the wall for bikes, which puts us onto another route that takes us alongside the road itself. So here we go, up to the main road, and you can probably see ahead the hole in the wall. Straight across. Ouch. Okay, thank you. And we're on to the cycle path at the side of the main A593. That's the Coniston to Ambleside Skelwith Bridge Road. Nice loose gravel path, especially put in for bikes and walkers. So we've done 2 miles now. Most of it off-road. The only bit that was on was the bit coming from the car park out of Coniston. Head left is the road to Tibberthwaite. Oh, we've now hit very loose, medium-sized gravel, a bit like riding on ball bearings, but of course you can always drop onto the road itself here. And we're going to go left up the hill, signed Tibberthwaite. And have a bit of a hill climb on tarmac. But this is just a quiet road. It just leads to some car parks and a farm. Gosh, those hills look amazing. Rather rugged. So done 3.2 miles at the moment. We've got parking on the left, which I think may be free. Oh, we could have parked up here. But to be honest, I quite like parking at the Coniston car park because there's got a toilet there. And when you're starting out on a bike ride, it's always useful to have one. So this is Tibberthwaite. 2 or 3 houses, and then we go into Tibberthwaite Farm. And then the road becomes gravel, a trail. So this is where you've got 2 bridleways. The one on the left takes a rather rough route across towards where Little Langdale Tarn is. The one to the right, the one we're going to go on, a lot easier to ride, and about 1.5 miles in length. So this is a lovely route. I'd say about 1.25 miles long, nearly all gravel, and you see some of the old mining works. The slate stacks are piled up at the side further along here. This is absolutely fab, isn't it? Oh, this is a big spoil heap. Huge. Just over 4 miles at this point. Yeah. we've done 4.7 miles at this point, and we've got a junction. Left takes us down to, I'm not quite sure where Nigel thinks he's going. Nigel! Oi! Oi!
You should have let him go further.
Thing is, he knows where he's going. We're going this way. Oh dear. Right, so the signpost says Little Langdale to the left, half a mile. Now, to get to Little Langdale, you either go over a bridge or you go through a ruddy long ford. Not really doable. It is long, biggest I've ever seen. So we're going to go to the right tonight and head for Elterwater. We're heading for Stang End. First of all, anyhow. First one must have just forgotten we were doing the right-hand route tonight. No, we're going left. Oh, sorry, right. It's another day. We'll head to Hodge Close. You can get that way. Looking down into Little Langdale. And then swinging round onto the left-hand side towards Rhinos Pass and the Langdale Pikes. So we've just come along here, signpost for 637, and I know we're going to turn left off this road over a cattle grid. And onto a path. Nice piece of you, Nigel. Thank you. Cumbrian way, Colwith Force. So along here we go. Another good surface at the moment, loose gravel. And another gate. Got a sign here. And I do have my sat-nav on my display, which is suggesting it's straight on. So that's where we're going to go. Just gets a little bit rougher at this point. Footpath, bridleway to the right. Just taking this nice and steady because the gravel's very loose, and it may not look steep, but it was fairly steep. I don't plan to take any chances. This little section of the route I've planned, but actually not ridden it. It's only a couple of miles, so I thought we could wing it. And at the moment it's looking pretty good. So I'll put my power up here, gives me a bit more flexibility. Yeah, there was a bramble bush got me there. Yeah, definitely. Power up. Oh, it looks like we're onto the road here. So back onto familiar territory. We've done this part of the route a number of times. Going to Elterwater, over the bridge, and you turn right through the car park. Literally going parallel with where we are at the moment, on the other side of the river. I think it's the River Brathay, but don't quote me. My memory is not what it used to be. So here we go. Over the bridge, a lovely little laking village. And we're going to turn right, off-road, 1¼ miles, Skelwith Bridge. And this is a lovely purpose-built trail, very small, loose gravel, perfect. We've got a lovely bit of cobbled trail. Now these I think I put in because this river floods and it would wash all the shingle away, all the gravel. So they've put this in just to make sure it stays put, basically. That's my thoughts anyhow. Of course I could be wrong. I often am. So on the right hand side we've got Elterwater, the actual lake itself, just hidden by the trees. I'll let you do the honours. I'll just do a little swirl around here so that you can see. There we go. I'm just showing Elterwater. Those will be the Langdale Pikes straight ahead, aren't they? Knobbly looking things. You can always recognise them. So we'll go across this metal bridge, and I know I need to make sure I've got my gears down because there's a little bit of height being gained. Oh, it's not as bad as I remember actually. I must be getting stronger legs. Cracking. So at the bridge, just before we crossed, if we'd gone left, that's a path. I'm not sure it's a cycle path, but it certainly is a footpath down into Skelwith Bridge and to the coffee shop Chester's by the river. Lovely pit stop if you're needing a drink and a bite to eat. Can recommend. Which way did we go, Nidge? Left, wasn't it?
Left, yeah.
Aye, we don't want to go back to Colwith Bridge. There's a footpath, so left it is. I just couldn't remember there. So coming out of that bridleway, we're going to turn left, and then just at the bottom where the road goes round to the left into Skelwith Bridge, we turn right. This is a nice country, quiet lane that takes you across to Clapper Gate. But we're going to turn right along here because we're going to be heading for Tarn Hows. I do. So straight on, taking the right hand infect turning rather than left for Ambleside. T-junction just there, turned left. Typical Lake District weather, it's raining. I'm looking for a bridleway on the right here. Yep. So, bridleway here for a mile, Sunnybrow. So this bridleway is at the moment it's track. Very rough. Because it's raining, rather slippy. Oh, we're falling wooden street. So at this point, where the road forks, we go left. Down a nice little muddy, gravelly, wet bridleway. Having said that, it has just rained, so there's no wonder we've got a bit of running water. Magic. Yep, no problem there at all so far. And a left hand, and we're going down to the left. Heading, it says, the Sunnybrow. So the very reason I'm doing these rides and uploading them onto YouTube is that when we got these bikes 18, 19 months ago, we weren't sure of what routes to ride. We wanted to ride off-road, but we didn't want to do the technically demanding stuff. Because I going through all this mud. But the true mountain bikers do. So our planned route, walked lots of bridleways, to find the rides that we wanted to do. And then I thought, well, if we're having problems finding routes that are good for us, other people must, especially tourists in the area. So I decided I'd ride some of my favourite, explore a bit more, like this route. A couple of the bridleways we haven't done, see what they're like, and pop them up onto YouTube for you. Definitely down to a single track now. Okay, bridleway signs in straight on. We should be getting towards the road again in a little bit. Well, that was a really nice bridleway. A little bit challenging in places, but not overly so. Car park. I suppose you could start this ride from here as well if you wanted to. It's free. might not be many people know of it. So out of that bridleway, get a car park, and we turn to the right. So we've done just over 12 miles at this point. See you at night. Hawkshead Hill. So the plan is to go up the road now to Tarn Hows and take a bridleway on the left down through the trees back to the Hawkshead to Coniston Road and ride back to the car park. Typical lakes weather, sunshine 1 minute and then showers the next. It's okay as long as it doesn't forget to stop. But touch wood, it looks like it's stopped at the moment. Staying on the road for Tarn Hows. I don't think it's rained here. That's weird, the ground's dry. So we're taking a right turn here along this road just for Tarn Hows. Welcome to Tarn Hows. We've got some belted galloways in the bottom there. What a gorgeous little view. We just want to hit this bridleway going down through the woods before it rains here, because that will make it very slippy and it is quite steep. So that's where we're heading for now. No time to stay and admire the views. So just along here. We've got the car park here where the ice cream man usually is, and we go through and to the left onto a bridleway saying High Cross, Coniston, and this is where we're heading. Okay. Cyclist beware, steep descents, uneven surfaces, severe drops. That's us told. Fortunately, we knew that. Let's pedal up. That was a bit rough again. Oh, no, not more. Oh, crikey. That was a lot of rough, loose stone. Not boulders, but loose stone. I mean, I know true mountain bikers would be pelting down here, but that's not us. Well, with a torrential downpour now, not so good. Not good at all. We're now on a very good surface though. It's wet! It's a fair old drop down from Tarn Hows to the road. Nearly there though. And then we cross the Tarn Hows road, the exit road, and head off down a little cycle path and head towards Coniston and see where the husband is, hopefully. Perhaps not. Oops. Yeah. Can hardly see where I'm going. Stay where you are, sheep.
Not as heavy as it was in the water.
Okay, so along the road and swing a right back along the route that we came from. And there is Coniston ahead of us. I shall have to pause just to show you Coniston. There we go. Coniston, the lake. I am drenched. So at this point, as we were retracing our steps back to Coniston and the car park where we parked, I think it's time for me to sign off. Cheerio for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, despite the torrential downpour and the plastic bag over my display. This ride is 16 miles long and roughly 60% off-road, the remainder being on quiet country lanes. We love this route, although there are one or two more challenging sections. The most difficult section is the bridleway from Tarn Hows. The top third of that trail is really rough and really is quite steep. I appreciate everyone has different riding abilities, so if you feel this may be too difficult, there is always the option to miss this section out altogether and ride down the road, which has some wonderful views.